Okay, today I'm going to try and show you how to make both sticks on an i6 or i10. Doesn't matter if it's Turnigy or FlySky. The gimbals are all the same in all of those radios. Turnigy or FlySky, i6 or i10. This one is now self-centering in both directions. Okay, we're going to do that with this little kit. This is the self-center kit that comes from Ian Judge at RC Tank Electronics. Now, the kit comes with the lever, the little spring, the spring perch. Let me do that again. Comes with the lever, the little spring perch, and two of these little steel posts. I already have one steel post in because this is not the first time I've tried to make this video, and I'm not going to take them both out just for demonstration. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is open up your radio, and when you're looking at the gimbals, you'll open the radio and lift it carefully and look inside there. There's a wire that runs to the battery compartment that you have to disconnect before you can take the back all the way off. And then this is a spare i6 gimbal, and you can see it is not self-centering in both directions, only this way. Okay, so I'm going to just use this rather than crack open the radio. Now the first thing I did was I removed this bar from the back there. You'll see that it'll have this bar on it when you open it, and that's what holds tension on your throttle so that it doesn't flop around when you're flying. Okay, but we're not going to go flying, so we're going to take this off. Now if there's room, I'll sometimes turn this around like so, or put it like so, and put the screw back in there, and put the other screw in the other hole, so that if I ever want to go back, everything is right there and I don't have to hunt it up. Okay, so the way we're going to start is on this side of the radio, you've got this, or the gimbal, you've got this little plug. Alright, this is the stick that we're going to be self-centering, this side here. So on either side of that little plug is a small screw. Now you're going to remove those. You're going to just pop those out. Don't lose them. If you do, I showed you the vacuum cleaner trick for finding them. So we're going to pop those out. Now we're going to take a small flat screwdriver and we're going to very carefully pry this up. Pry that up and that end of the gimbal will come out. Okay. Now, while you have it up like that, you're going to put in your two little posts. I've already done the one on this side. So now I'm going to get the one on the other side. You just set the post down in the little hole in the arm there. Just set it in there. Take your little flat screwdriver, and that'll just push right in. Okay, just push it down enough so that when you move the gimbal, it won't interfere with the plastic. Okay, now after I do that, while the thing is still raised, I'm going to feed my arm in there. Alright, my arm goes into the, let me show you a better view of that. That probably wasn't very clear. This is the arm. You can see on this end, it's got these two little posts on each side. Those two little posts are going to drop into this holder right here. So I'm going to feed the arm through and let those drop in. Alright, now I'm just going to push this back down into place like that. Just push it back down in. Now my gimbal's back where it's supposed to be. I'm going to immediately replace these two little screws that I took out. Come on, baby, get down in there. I like to turn it backwards until I feel that little click, because that really helps to prevent cross-threading these screws, and with this plastic that can be a real problem if you strip one out. So now I'm just going to bring them back down until they're nice and tight. I'm not going to over tighten them, just snug them up real nice. Okay, now my arm is in place and my two steel posts are in place, and the last thing is to put in the spring and the perch. Now you can set the perch in right now. All the perch does is just drop down into this slot right here. Now here's one thing about these radios. They are mirror image of each other. Hold on, gotta get... Okay, the spring perch just drops down into that little slot right there. That's all you gotta do is just drop it into place. The tension from the spring will hold it there. It just sets right in there like that. Now here comes the tricky part. Getting this damn spring in here. It can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. I use a pair of tweezers. I get the little spring in there. Now I'm just going to go in there and hook it on that arm, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to, damn it, I'm going to pop it out, and it looks like that went okay. Now I'm just going to grab it with my dental pick through the hole, pull up on it, and push it over that spring perch. And that's it. Now the spring is in. I now have self-centering on both sticks, and that's all it takes. So you just pop these two screws right here, gently pry up that side of the gimbal, put your two steel posts in place, slide your arm in there, put your screws back in place, and then attach your spring, and you're done. And that's it. Hope that helps.